Hello, everyone. I'm back with another story from my theater blooper reel. This isn't really a blooper. It's just a story that theater folks will appreciate. Actually, I had a blooper that I was going to try to share from the same play, but it was just too involved to get. I've done like 3 of these already, and I was trying to explain it, and you had to be there. So, anyways, from the Book of Will, and I will refer to the story I was trying to tell. If those of you who were there will remember when Ruddy Cravens substituted the title of Shakespeare's play Pericles with Pyramus. And that's really only funny to people who understand Shakespeare. So, for those of you who like Shakespeare, there you go, laugh. Or not, I don't know. Anyway, the story that I intended to share today to begin with was had nothing to do with the actors. It was an audience person, and anyone who saw Book of Will, which is this beautiful play by Lauren Gunderson, and had this exquisitely emotional scene at the top of the second act. It opens up with just me and Ivy Castle on stage. She's near death, and I'm her husband, and I'm tending to her. And it's this most beautifully hushed scene that goes from that into a scene between me and Dwight Clark, who played Henry Condell. It's just one of the more beautiful, emotional scenes that I've ever done. And the audience was always just hushed. It was just one of those exquisite, people talk about, laughs in the theater, but, silences when the audience is not breathing, that's gold. Laughs are great, but when you have the audience just completely listening and in the moment with you, that's what we live for. And so this one particular night, and those of you who were there know exactly where I'm going, there was a gentleman sitting in the front row, not far from where I actually was on the ground at my wife's bedside. He had a cellophane bag of some sort of candy that he kept dipping into. And you talked about unwrap your candies before the show. This was worse because the cellophane never stopped, and he didn't stop eating. He kept eating through the whole scene, and we could hear the crinkles constantly, loud cellophane crinkles. It's not only disturbing to the audience, as the actors, we are trying as best we can to spin this spell for the audience so that they are, with us. And it was literally all I could do at one point not to jump off the stage and grab that bag out of his hand. So those of you theater folks who've either been in an audience with an annoying audience member or have been on the stage when something like that was going on, you understand how very trying that can be. And I give myself great points because for not jumping off the stage and accosting this person. Because that was, I thought it was ruining the scene, not only for us, but for the other people in the house. And then I came to learn the next day that that particular audience member was the relative of a cast member. And I won't mention who. If he sees this, he'll know who he is. And it's not his fault, we all have folks that in our families that don't necessarily understand the etiquette of being out in public and among theater folks. It was just, and he was obviously chagrined to, the nth degree about this incident. And again, I don't hold that against him. And I don't hold it against the guy who did it, really. It's just, it's like, why would a theater allow someone with a cellophane bag. You know, when we talk about unwrap your candies, why a big cellophane bag that people can dip into constantly? Would that be allowed in the theater? Let's not do that again. Let's keep those out of the, you know. Why do you have to eat during a show anyway? What is that about? I don't know. Or drink. You know, when I grew up, you had to go in and sit down and watch. Shows how old I am. Anyway, that's the story for the day. Number 6 in this very long and tedious series. As I always do, I want to just sort of check in with everyone and make sure everyone's doing okay. It sounds like, at least from what I'm hearing in the news, particularly for Houston, that we're doing well in terms of our social distancing. That's great. Let's keep it up. And again, I am loving watching everyone's videos that they're sharing. I won't sing. I did a little thing for Main Street that's going to come up in this little series that Main Street's sharing. But that was a character thing. I can't just sing. I've tried, and I've erased every one of them because I hate my voice. So it's just very difficult for me to even contemplate going there. So I'm sharing this. This is me. This is pretty much me. And I hope you're getting some sort of pleasure out of it. But stay positive, because I think we're doing well. We're going to get through this. I just got some good news that at least one of the shows that I thought potentially could be canceled because of this is still planning on going forward. It doesn't start rehearsals till the end of May. And that's great. So we're at least looking ahead in a positive way. So stay positive and do something creative. Get out and enjoy the, out not among people, but enjoy the, it's good weather today. So get out in the air and breathe. All right, take care, folks, and we'll check in later. Bye-bye.